Okay, so this is my Philosophy of Education 3.0. I had the opportunity to do one in a 1301 education course. That's where I formulated all of my ideas for what would make me the best teacher I could be. And then in my methods course, I kind of took that philosophy from my 1301 class and adapted it to be more specific to the discipline I was going to be in. And now I'm doing this one having had some experience in the classroom and just applying it to what I have experienced thus far. And so these are my ideas about how I can be the best educator I can be based on the three themes that we covered in this course. Um, so Courtney Dunlap, you read that up there. You know where I'm attending school. But I teach secondary English. I teach high school at Denison ISD. And as I stated in our first discussion, uh, the guiding principle for my education philosophy is that education is the kindling of a flame, not the filling of a vessel. So I have all of these different students with all of these different needs and desires for outcomes in their lives, and it's my job to evoke a desire in them to learn. I can't make them learn. I need to give them what they need to be able to do that and to go out and change the world to the best of their ability. Only they know what that is, so I can only kindle the flame. It's their job to stoke it. The theme that I chose for my major project was ensuring a quality and appropriate education for all students. One thing that I've noticed in my experience in the classroom thus far is that while there are laws and mandates and all of these different things that are required of teachers to give all students equal opportunities to learn, um, it's not always the case. And so I kind of looked at the three themes in this project and decided how can we better provide this type of education for all students, provide them with those authentic learning experiences that John Dewey says are necessary. Oh, so the pedagogy and purposes of education. The purpose of education is to create students that are inquisitive. They need to be able to ask their own questions and then make informed choices based on the information they are given, whether it's from me or that they find on their own. Um, the course material needs to be relevant in order for them to take the most possible learning from your course. And the more that they establish that relevance, the better they're going to do in the future is the goal there. So it creates that relevance, creates that more authentic experience, and this is why it's very essential to ensure that your pedagogy is relevant. Uh, of course, ethics. Success of students is absolutely the best way to measure the success of your educators. However, it is definitely unethical to solely base teacher performance based on the performance of students, specifically on standardized tests. I think that for this reason, it is vital that teachers track student growth because uh, if you can pull out a portfolio and see growth from year to year, whether or not the test scores reflect that is not relevant. You can show administrators that where the students have grown and how they will continue to improve based on the tools that you've given them at this point. And but more importantly than administrators being able to see that is that that students can see this, and when students see that they're improving, well, then they have more of a desire to learn. They say, I can do this, and then they want to be successful, and it's it's just a beautiful thing when that's able to happen. Um, and I looked specifically at teacher tenure and how I feel that teacher tenure is security that public educators deserve, but at the same time, um, there needs to be a means to assess whether or not the teachers are continuing to grow professionally after they've achieved tenure. And again, assessing student growth annually is the best way to do that. And I absolutely believe the student portfolio is invaluable when it comes to assessing both teachers and students. And of course, my favorite, diversity. Diversity is a fact of our society, um, and it's important for all students, whether it's minorities or majority students. They need to be educated about the real social issues that surround minority students. Um, by educating all students about these things going on in our society, they're more likely to change them. They feel empowered, and when they feel educated, that empowerment can go much further than simply saying this is what's happening. By especially in English, I have a unique opportunity to give them the literature and things that they need to see these social issues, and in turn they're able to really assess like how they can truly make a difference. So I'll just read this conclusion here and we'll be done. But teachers have a unique opportunity to change the world, and that responsibility should not be taken lightly. It is imperative that teachers provide their students with an academic education that teaches them about their world simultaneously. Though multicultural education comes with a unique set of challenges, teachers have an ethical duty to ensure their students are educated about social issues in addition to their general curriculum. English teachers are afforded a unique opportunity to provide this authentic education. And that, my friends, is my philosophy of education 3.0.